I am Dana K. White, author of Decluttering at the Speed of Life. And I'm going to talk today about why my first decluttering question works. Like why it works. So this is for those of you who are like, okay, I feel like maybe this is the way I should go, but I don't know. Okay. This question works. It works really well. And I know that because I apply it in my own house. This is how I make decluttering decisions, and this helps me move forward. Just if you are not familiar with me, I have a 5-step decluttering process that guarantees progress if you follow it, and only progress. Like, it is the No Mess Decluttering Method. It is the way that you can make huge decluttering progress in your house without pulling everything out of a space, getting distracted and being like, oh my word. So my first decluttering question is, if I needed this item, where would I look for it first? To be clear, you have to ask the question just like that, okay? Don't say, where should it go? That's not the question. Don't say, where should I look for it first? That's not the question. The question is, where would I look for it first? Meaning, what is the actual place that I would walk to if I needed this item? What's the first drawer that I would open? The first shelf that I would look on? Even if I have no confidence that it's going to be there. But if I was saying, where is my take it there now shirt? Where would I walk in my house? That's the place where I would look for it first. So the question is, where would I look for it first? And then the second part of this question, that's not really a question, but it's actually incredibly important, is take it there now. So once I answer the question, where would I look for this first? Then I go ahead and take it to that spot. That's how we declutter without making a bigger mess. That is how I am able to make progress and only progress, because I'm never making little piles for later. Okay. So now that I've explained the question, let me explain why it works. Here's the thing. When you're asking the decluttering questions, you are on step 4 in my No Mess decluttering process. Okay. You've already made it through the easy stuff. The easy stuff was in step 2. Easy stuff is anything that has an established home elsewhere in your house. It's just not there. And then you take it to where its established home is. So you've already removed from this space that you're decluttering the easy stuff. So if you are asking the question, where would I look for this first? You're asking it about something that's not easy. You're asking it about something that does not have an established home in your house. If you want your house to be under control, things have to have a home. They just do. They can't just be out or shoved or randomly placed. They have to have an actual home. So this question helps you figure out what that home is. But it's not a decision. It's not an analysis. It's acting on instinct of where would I look for it first? Because you need a home for this. It doesn't have a home. It wasn't easy. So you're asking this question to determine its home. Where would I look for it first? That's its home. Okay? So you're not asking yourself, where is its home? Where should it be? You're asking yourself, where would I look for it first? Because you don't have a home. You don't know where it should be. Does that make sense? Okay, here's the thing too. You have to have a strategy for determining the home. It never worked for me, and I hear from people all the time for whom it never worked, to just sit there and think. What's the best place to put such and such? What's the best place for this? Or reading on the internet what somebody else says is the best place to keep your fingernail clippers. I don't know, okay? That doesn't work. That is the reason why so many people say, well, I got organized and now I can't find anything in my house. That's not being organized, right? So I had to come up with a way. I needed a way to determine the homes of things. I had to have a strategy. This is a strategy that actually works. And it's something that is instinct-based, so I don't have to spend a lot of time on each individual item. It's literally the first place that comes to my mind as where I would look for this first, and then I take it there now, okay? And here's where I feel like I have to say, when I'm saying I needed a strategy, this is my strategy, you need a strategy too, okay? If you're dealing with a pile of clutter, and it wasn't all just stuff that was easy, like, oh, it just randomly ended up here, but it's like stuff that you literally don't know what to do with it. You need a strategy, okay? That's why you're watching this video. That's why you had this space with clutter. You need a strategy for determining the homes. Use this strategy. Give it a try. It's amazing how it works. This stuff wasn't organized. It was in a pile or it was shoved in a cabinet. It needs a home. This is the way to determine its home, okay? I feel like I'm being mean. Am I being mean? I hope not. Let me smile really big. See, look how nice I am, I promise. I'm just telling you this works. I'm so passionate about it because it works for me, and I hear from people all the time, like all the time, emails pretty much every single day about, I can't believe that this really works for me when I used to be so paralyzed with decluttering and not able to move forward. The best thing about this first decluttering question, if I needed this item, where would I look for it first? The best thing about using that question as a way to establish the home for something by putting it in the place where you would look for it first, the best thing about it is that it works. Like, try it. Try it and see if it works. Put it in the place where you would look for it first. Here's the amazing thing about putting something in the place where you would look for it first. When you look for it, you will find it in the first place where you look. It's not going to be 100% of the time, but I would say 90% of the time, if you will truly go on your instinct instead of analyzing and say, where's the first place where I would look if I was needing to find this item? And you take it to that actual place, then when you need to find that item, it's there. It's not, oh, I got organized and I can't find anything anymore. Instead, it's, oh, I decluttered this space and now I actually find things in the first place where I look for them. That feeling of, oh my word, I think I can do this, of, wow, this actually works, is gonna build. It's gonna give you so much more confidence in your house, in your space. I'm just telling you, it is amazing how it works. And that's the goal of being organized, right? Is to be able to find things when you need them. Well, putting it in the first place where you would look is how you achieve that. Okay? Don't forget that yes, it's a question, but the key thing is to take it there now. Taking it there now means that your answer is realistic. It means that you're actually giving an answer. So if you are not taking it there now, it's very easy to say, where would I look for this first? In the garage. Well, the garage may have like 15 different places where it could be. But if you take it there now and you say, oh, okay, where would I look for it first? I would look for it in that specific cabinet. And then you take it there now, it forces you to be realistic about actually having a place, because you may get to that space and that space is completely full. Well, if that happens, all you have to do is say, okay, what in here is trash that needs to go because it's completely full, right? So it needs to be decluttered. What is one thing or two things that I can remove from this space that will create the room I need for this item that I say I would look for first in this space? Well, when I do that, I'm being realistic and I'm actually giving it that home. Where if I just say, oh yeah, I would look for it in the garage and I set it to the side, I haven't been realistic. And sometimes I will take it to that space and say, okay, what am I going to remove from this space to create the room that I need for this item to go there? And my brain goes, oh, actually, you know what? I don't actually need this item. Like, I'm just going to put it in the donate box because it doesn't deserve space here over the things that are already there. And it forces me to be realistic. So don't let go. Don't ignore that take it there now part, because that is so key in this process. If you want a t-shirt like mine, you can go to amazon.com/shop/aslobcomesclean. Okay. And the best thing about this decluttering question is it builds. It builds. With every item that you ask yourself, where would I look for this first? And then you take it there now, that item is done. It's in its home. It's over with. It's going to be found when you need it. And it's no longer in some random place that's in a pile that's making your life harder to live in your home. All right? Every item that goes to its actual home, because you've determined a home and you've taken it there now, every item makes your house a little bit better. As your house starts to get better, you gain confidence. It becomes easier to answer the question, where would I look for this first? Because you start to trust yourself that the process really is going to work. So give it a try. Go with this question. If I needed this item, where would I look for it first? And then take it there now. And I'm just telling you, your house is gonna improve. You're gonna start to achieve what you've been wanting for all those years of saying, if I could just get organized. This is how you do it. You declutter by either getting it out or giving it a real home, and this is how you give it a real home. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I will talk to y'all later.